I have in front of me here a 24-inch set of T&K galvanized brackets that are part of a wider range of T&K and mounting brackets that are available on the tvtrade.ie website. Now, what's great about these particular brackets is that they come with a particularly wide range, and it's sufficient to get past almost any soffit you're likely to encounter. Okay, so we'll just cover the topic of how we'd mount them first of all. Just basically what we'd have is we'd have them mounted one above the other and bolted onto a wall, and we use U-bolts such as these. We can use our smaller 1.5 or 2-inch U-bolts here, mount them in here, and what we'll do then is it allows us to bolt into position and hold something like this galvanized 6-foot pole here, 1.8 meter pole. So what type of brackets would we use for mounting these onto the wall? Well, our bolts would be used to mount this onto the wall. Well, you could come along and use something like these lighter plugs here, but I think for a 24-inch bracket, generally this would not be a good idea, and indeed could be quite unsafe. You'd be much better to go off and use the 16mm drill bit and use this heavy-duty Hilti bolts here, okay? And the advantage there is that it'll just give much better anchorage into the wall, okay? So what's the alternative of using a TK set like this? Well, you can actually take out the K maybe, if you wanted it, and use take out the T and use 2 Ks together like this. The advantage of this is that it obviously is considerably stronger because it has 3 mounting points, and in certain situations, you know, it's possible to do this, and this is why we actually sell the K brackets individually on the website. But having said that, then the TKs themselves, the set, are probably a more popular item generally. So in terms then of different sizes or different designs, what we can look at, if we had a very small soffit or a very small offset we're trying to get past, we just come along and use a straightforward 12-inch bracket here. Now the reason that would be preferable in those circumstances, simply it's a lower cost, it's compact, and there's less leverage on it, so it means that it'll actually be more secure in the wall. But if we have a wide soffit, we may just have to go for the 24-inch. The most common one we'll sell will actually be the 18-inch. This probably represents about 80% of all our T&K sales. And the reason that this is so popular is that the vast majority of houses, an 18-inch bracket is sufficient to get past it, while a 12-inch is too short, and an 18 or 24-inch might be slightly too wide. In terms of a different design, we can come along and look at something like this 18-inch H bracket here. The advantage of this is that it just has, it comes as a single piece, and it's actually just slightly easier to mount on the wall. So that's it anyway, for a fairly comprehensive overview of the set of 24-inch T&K galvanized brackets that are available on tvtrade.ie.